When the Leica Q3 43 was released, I had immediately 3 questions. Can I import my Q3 settings? Can I use my $250 protector? And is the 43 really a 43mm? I will answer these questions. Whenever a new camera is released, I have the same problem. I get a kind of an anxiety. I doubt my existing gear and I immediately have the feeling and the urge to update to have the new one. There is probably a name for that disease. But what can I say? I'm a curious person and I'm always interested in new gear. And I'm honest, I also like to own new gear. When the 43 was released, I was also a bit pissed because I thought, man, a year after I got the original Q3, why not give us the choice between the 28 and the 43 last year? Another 6,750 euros, another body in my bag? Here I have my Leica Q3 with a 28mm. As I said, I have it for about a year. I love it. It's my companion almost every day. I'm honest, sometimes I struggle with the 28mm and I wished many times it was a 35 or a 50. And then again, I love it so much and I love the wide angle and I think it's a fantastic lens. I even did a video only on the lens. I link it in the description. I got the Q3 43 here. This is not mine. I got this for a few days from Alexander Görlitz from Photo Görlitz. Alex runs his own Leica boutique in Bünde, Germany. For a few years now, I have bought all my gear with him. He does not see my videos before they release, and this video is not sponsored by him. I will have this camera for the rest of the week, and I have some more videos planned with Leica Q3 43 topics that I have not seen covered yet in other videos. So this would be a good moment to become a subscriber to my channel to not miss those videos. My YouTube statistics say that I have a lot of views from non-subscribers. So if you're a regular visitor, thank you. And please become a subscriber to support my channel. Thank you again. Now let's answer some questions. Can I import my Q3 settings? If you are a regular follower of my channel, you know by now that I have set up my Q3 and my SR3 with user profiles for the different use cases of the cameras. If you're interested in the details, I did a video on the Q3 menu where I talk in depth about my profiles. I even offer my profiles on my website for free to download. I have put a link in the description for both the video and the settings. The first thing I tried when I unpacked the Q3 43 was to import my settings from the Q3. So what I did is I export my Q3 settings. Let's do that. You navigate to user profiles on the 4th page. And then you go down to export profiles. And then you press yes, export successful. When I now take out the card of the camera and I put the card into the Q3 43, it looks of course absolutely the same. I go to the same 4th page, I go to user profiles, I go to manage profiles. And now because the setting LCS file is on the card, it should automatically import the settings when I press enter now. So I do that. Import profiles, yes. Import failed. It does not work. But there is a workaround. You format your SD card in your new Q43. You take the SD card out and put it in your original Leica 28mm. Then you go to the menu, you navigate to user profiles, manage profiles, export profiles. You now have your original Q3 settings on the SD card of your Q3 43. Then you put your SD card in your computer and you open it. You have 2 folders and 1 file. You have the DCIM folder and the private folder and the settings LCS file. You right-click that file and you open it with Text Edit. That's the Mac version. I don't know what the program is called for Windows, but I'm sure there is a text editor. And yeah, in Mac it's called Text Edit because it's a simple text editor. When you open that, you see code. I don't know which coding language, it's the Leica coding language, I don't know. But the important thing for us is row number 2, where you see camera in parentheses and then you see Leica Q3 in parentheses. This somehow identifies the camera. If you put a settings file in your Leica Q3 43 that is marked here on the 2nd row with Leica Q3, it won't open on the 43. We have to add here 1 space and then 43. Then we save that file just by save, so it's saved on the SD card. Then we put the SD card back into our Leica Q3 43. We open up the menu, we navigate to User Profiles, we go to Manage Profiles, and then we go to Import Profile, and then we say yes. And now nothing happens, no error message, it worked. Starting today with the release of this video, I am also offering my settings for the Leica Q3 43 for a free download. The link is in the description. Can I use my protective case? The cameras look the same, but are the lenses really the same size? And is the cutout here big enough for the 43mm lens? Let's try out. That works perfectly. It sits absolutely perfect. Also access to the battery here. Of course, you lose the beautiful gray finish here, but maybe they at one point come out with a matching lighter gray case. I'm just happy that if I ever get a 43, I don't have to buy a new case as well. Is the 43mm really a 43mm? Why should I question Leica and what they put on the box? I don't even know the actual parameters that qualify a lens to be a 43 or a 28mm lens. I know from my Q3 that I always had the feeling, compared to the stuff I did with my Leica SL3 zoom lens, that the Q3 felt a little bit wider compared to when I set my 24-90 to 28mm. I did a test for my Q3 lens video and I came out with the result that it is more a 26mm when compared to that zoom lens. I did not have significant time to shoot the 43 yet, so I don't have a feeling for the lens yet. I like Leica's marketing though with the "you get what you see" claim, and I like that the 43 is almost exactly the middle between the 35 and the 50. So the middle would be 42.5, but it's good enough for me. I like the compromise that hopefully satisfies both the 35 camp as well as the 50 camp. So what is it? I did my non-certified, non-scientific comparison. I put the Q3 on a tripod and I took a picture. Then I took the SL3 with the 24-90 in the hopefully exact same position, and I took several pictures from 35mm to 50mm. In the EXIF data, I get the actual focal length of the zoom lens when I took a picture. I got 2 to 3 pictures in every focal length that also vary slightly. I imported those in Photoshop and put them over each other. The Q3 43 shot is the bottom layer. I set all the SL shots to 50% opacity. I had to slightly turn the Q3 pictures so they matched. Then I went through all the shots until I had a match. And I got the best match on the closer 41mm picture. The 42 is no longer a match. For me, it's just a number and it does not make any difference. I know some lovers of the 40mm focal length, so this could be interesting for you guys. If you want more information about the Leica Q3 43, hit the subscribe button to not miss my future videos. If you want to know how I set up my Leica Q3 menu, which goes for both the 43 and the 28, watch this video next. Stay curious.